1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike two. Ready on 1-2. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. One out, nobody on. 1-1.
That ball's out of the zone, and he's swinging at it, and you're wondering, why is he swinging at that pitch? It is so enticing. And it looks like the ball just took off and rose on it. Didn't rise. He just executed the location properly.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Peterson is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Third baseman.
Here's Nolan Arenado. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Now that low 90s fastball, it won't overpower a lot of guys. But if it's mixed in well, it's a real effective pitch.
Slider, and that's in there for strike 2. Swing and a liner, but foul. Another 0-2 home. Again, he sends it out of play. Here's another 0-2. Another one sent foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Ready with another 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Here's Jackie Bradley now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading up for the Reds, center fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. The 0-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Moving under it, Parra. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Digging in, Eugenio Suarez. He'll get to take his first cut here. First pitch on its way. Right over the middle, knee high.
That was a beautiful pitch, Matt, particularly in this ballpark. The ball flies here in this park, so he's going to have to keep the ball down. If he doesn't, we're going to see a lot of balls in the air deep for homers.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Gonzalez has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting
now
third,
at the plate, Jock
right
Peterson.
fielder,
First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Started that swing a bit too early.
0-1.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And that one reaches the power stacks. What a shot. At the plate, Adam Duvall looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. First offering on its way. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Weak grounder back to the mound. And he'll take it to the bag himself. That'll do it for this half of the inning. So digging in now, Carlos Gonzalez.
Leading off with the
Will match up with Homer Bailey now to lead off the inning.
Carlos Gonzalez.
And that's in there for strike one.
Oh, that was a good-looking slider to hit. He kind of hung him one. When you got a slider right there and it's spinning towards you, that's the one you annihilate.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Fastball called strike. 1-2. 1-2. Here it comes. And he takes strike three called on the fastball. One gone. And that brings in the power hitting shortstop Trevor Story.
Trevor Story.
Here comes the first pitch. And that one stayed too low apparently. Bases are empty. One man out. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Takes a knee-high fastball. A ball and two strikes. Here's the pitch. Slider stayed too low. Ball two.
Now that was a good pitch to lay off. When it starts on the outside half of the plate, that slider right there, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. So coming to the plate, Gerardo Parra. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time.
The difference maker in this outing than others is the two-seamer. He's doing whatever he wants to do with that ball. It's moving all over the place.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
First baseman.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett.
Second baseman, Scooter Gennett.
Here's the first pitch to him. Tough slider down low for a strike. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Looks at a curveball called for a strike.
That's a high strike on a curveball right there. If he continues to throw that pitch, we won't be mentioning his name very much longer in this game. He's going to have to get that ball down to be effective.
There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Here's another 1-2. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out. The catcher Devin Mesoraco stands in. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. First delivery to him on the way. To third. LeMahieu. The relay on to first. The double play and the side is retired. Boy, oh boy. Coming to the plate now, Ian Desmond. 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third.
Ian Desmond.
Into the windup and the pitch. Toss started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
Batting 8.
And here now is Dustin Garneau.
Dustin Garneau.
Hard hit ball to second. And there's the first hit of the game for Colorado. The pitcher, Tyler Chatwood, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. On the ground up the middle, fielded by Kozar. And he is out on the tag. On to first. Man alive, what a double play. And the inning is over. So stepping in, Zach Kozar. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Zach Kozar
lays off 1-0. Hit hard on the ground to short. Backhanded. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away. Stepping in, Homer Bailey, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
Tell you what, pitching to the pitcher is not that easy. Sometimes when you face him, a little bit of a letdown. He's in a 2-0 count right now. You got to really focus, I think, more so with the pitcher hitting against you than anybody. 3-0 to the opposing pitcher. Throwing strikes can be difficult sometimes, but nothing like not being able to throw it to the other pitcher. Man, it's got to be frustrating.
And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. The next 3-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. A payoff pitch one more time. And a swing and a miss here, and that's about what you'd expect from a pitcher, I suppose. There are 2 away.
Now batting,
ready for another chance. Jackie Bradley Jr. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Drilled to the right side, and that is through into right field for a single. So some 2-out success, and the bottom of the 3rd frame will continue. Digging in for his second at-bat, Eugenio Suarez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
No doubt this is a steal situation right here. 2 outs and the leadoff hitter on first. This is the time you roll the dice and hope he gets in the scoring position where he can get a hit to bring him home.
And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. Striding in once again, Charlie Blackmon. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Charlie Blackmon.
Into the windup and the pitch. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
Well, he's really having good success in this game. And, you know, looking at it, you go, how's he doing it? Well, it's surely not the first pitch strike. I mean, he's a little over 60% first pitch strikes. That's good. It's not great. For the type of success he's having, you can't figure it out.
1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there. Grounded, foul. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Well, he's been throwing the ball pretty well so far, but right here, 3 balls to the leadoff guy to maybe get them a chance to get them going. He's just got to come back, make him swing the bat. I'd rather see him earn his way on the base by swinging the bat instead of a walk.
And there's your first out of the inning.
Up next for Colorado.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, DJ LeMahieu. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Boy, he juked him out of his shoes with that changeup. Stood almost no chance of doing anything with it, but it probably looked good coming in.
Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there. You're down 0-2. You're in protect mode. You want to chase that ball. Nice layoff.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Third baseman Nolan Arenado.
Here comes the first pitch. Nolan Arenado Swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row, but both of those sliders back-to-back were so good.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Here's Jock Peterson now. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Right fielder, Jock.
Into the windup and the pitch. Hit hard up the middle. No problem here. 1 away. Digging in to try it again. Adam Duvall comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
3-0 now. Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. The pitch. And he misses ball 4. Stepping into the box, Mitch Moreland. He singled his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And the changeup is way low that time.
Well, there's that classic strikeout pitch. The changeup down just didn't get him to go after it.
Lays off 2-2 now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Grounded to the right. Scooped up on the backhand. One there. On to first, and it's another double play. They're second in the first 4 innings as that one will retire the side. Here's Carlos Gonzalez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The right fielder, number 5. Carlos
First offering on its way. Line drive to left. Duvall has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1. Into the box now, Trevor Story. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. A fastball that just misses inside. The windup and the 1-0 pitch.
Nope.
Ball 2.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They didn't miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. To 2-2 now. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Payoff pitch one more time. Now a swing and a fly ball. Peterson on the move, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball.
Oh, man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaking ball right there. He's a little bit late on that fastball. That's a nice pitch, though, following that breaking pitch to keep him off balance with the heater.
Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
Left fielder.
Ines Gerardo Parra comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Runners on first with 1 down. Check swing. No swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
Good check swing on that off-speed pitch. Clearly a sitting fastball ready to let it fly. He recognized it was an off-speed pitch and was able to hold up.
And that pitch catches the inside corner. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Bounce towards the mound, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
The first baseman.
In now, Ian Desmond. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Has a look. Now the pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Bradley on the run. And that retires the side. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth.
Second baseman, Scooter Gennett.
Hot shot on the ground is short. And the throw forces the first baseman to leave his feet, and by the time he came down, it's too late.
The catcher, number 39.
Catcher Devin Mesoraco stands in.
Mesoraco.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. And that Colorado bullpen comes to life now with a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he just manages to get his hand in. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And this one's in the dirt. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Well, that changeup right there sets up a lot of things. Now the count's 2-2. He can come back in with a fastball, and it's going to look like it's moving a little bit better. Or he can go back to that changeup.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Devin Mesoraco is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Swing and a line drive. 1 run on 3 hits. And no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. From the belt, the pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. Now another 1-2. And a neck-high fastball that time. In the dirt here. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. He's running towards second. In there, a base hit. Throw into third. And they won't even attempt to run on that arm in right. So despite the runner moving on the pitch, it'll wind up first and second here.
Pitcher.
Digging in, Homer Bailey. Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch. And he pops up the bunt attempt. Garneau is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Here's Jackie Bradley now. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th.
Junior.
Hard on the ground towards short. Story scoops it up, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. And here now is Dustin Garneau. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
Number 13.
Into the windup and the pitch. Swung on and blasted foul to the right. And wow, that got all the way out to the Riverfront Club. No swing on the knuckle curve, even at 1-1.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there, and now we're late in the game and he continues to pound the outside pitch, and it's really working out for him.
Ooh, jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. There to play it is Moreland, and there's one away.
The batter.
Digging in to try it again. Tyler Chatwood. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Well, he's pitching really good in this game, and the fastball location has been the key. That pitch right there is indicative of the game. Down low, hits a spot. That's what he's been doing with the fastball basically the whole game.
And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
Up next for
Here's Charlie
Colorado.
Blackmon now.
Center
He
fielder.
started out the evening 0 for 2 so
Blackmon.
far. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Fielded by Jeanette. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Striding in once again, Eugenio
Leading off for the
Suarez.
Reds.
No hits in 2
Third
trips to the
baseman,
plate for him in the ball game.
Eugenio Suarez.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
Throw on to first, and
The right
one third
fielder,
baseman grounds
34,
out to the other, one away.
Peterson.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Jock Peterson comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
He's around first, heading for 2. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double. Ready once again,
Now
Adam
batting.
Duvall. He's
Left
0 for
fielder,
1 thus far.
Adam Duvall.
Now a pickoff play at second, and he'll get back in standing. He's set, and the pitch. And a slider tails outside for ball 1.
That's some good hitting right there. Great eyes. I mean, to recognize that and lay off it right now, that was nice.
And that's through into center field. Base hit. Peterson rounds the corner and is headed home. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Moreland.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. And that's in there, base hit. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double. Digging in once
Up
again,
next for Cincinnati.
Scooter Jeanette. He
Second
comes in
baseman.
0 for 2 thus far.
Scooter Jeanette.
He's set. Here it comes. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that is into center field as he comes through. It's a base hit. In to score, the runner from third. And the second run will score. It's now a 4-0 game. Ready for another shot now. Devin Mesoraco. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Chopped weakly to the left. Fielded cleanly. LeMahieu. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. Back here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Reds leading this one as we start the 7th. And before we commence, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Here's the second baseman, DJ
Leading off
LeMahieu.
for the
He's 0
Rockies.
for 2 with a strikeout
Second
in this
baseman,
one.
DJ LeMahieu.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there. Takes this the other way to right. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning. The throw into second. And he's out trying to stretch it into a double, so a costly mistake here leading off the inning. Here's Nolan Arenado. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far. Into the windup and the pitch. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one.
That's a great check swing. That's tough to hold up on that pitch. It looks like a fastball, and the slider just breaks away from it. He's held up, though. Strong hands.
One out, nobody on.
Nope.
And there's ball two now.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
And, ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. He'll get it into second. The tag, and he is out at second. Ready for another chance? Carlos Gonzalez. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
I think he's pitched better than anyone really expected in this one. He's done a real nice job, but someone's going to make him pay if he puts too many more pitches in that location. Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only one strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
And another foul ball. Now another 0-2. And a check swing here. They'll point down to the third base umpire, but no swing on that one. It's ball one. Trying to send him packing for the second time. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Peterson. Still going back. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. And that brings in the power hitting shortstop Trevor Story. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. Swung on and missed for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a line drive. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. So the 2-out base hit on the top of the inning is still alive. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gerardo Parra. For 2 on his line thus far.
Now pitching for the Reds.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter. Looks like the Reds are going to have some stirring in the bullpen as the lefties begun to heat up down there. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one. Ready with the 0-1. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Now that's a good changeup right there. You know the guy's sitting fastball. You get him out in front. Now that changeup's in his head the rest of the at bat.
Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
It's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Settling in now, Zach Cozart. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
The shortstop, Zach Cozart.
Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Here's the 0-1. Hit back up the middle. Story picks it up. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Coming to the plate now, Luis Avilan. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. Scott Schebler will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Schebler.
Hit to first. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out. Stepping into the box, Jackie Bradley Jr. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Jr.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Here it comes. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Drew Storen is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Drew Storen.
Digging in now, Ian Desmond. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him.
Ian Desmond.
Way in front of a great slider that time. And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 0-2 once more. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
The catcher, number 13.
And here now is Dustin Garneau. A hit in 2 tries so far. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a whiff at a good slider that time. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Peterson has a read on it. And he makes the catch for the second out. Now to the plate, Tyler Chatwood. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. David Dahl will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
David Dahl.
Cold strike at the letters, 0-1.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
Bradley on the run. He can't get there as it falls in. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
Your attention, please. Now
so they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. First delivery to him on the way. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. And in fact, there will be no throw as he loses the handle there on the transfer. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike.
That's your classic front door slider. It doesn't break like you expect it to.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Chris Russin will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Chris Russin.
So stepping in, Eugenio Suarez. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8.
Eugenio Suarez.
And that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one. So their half of the 8th opens with a man aboard. So striding in, Jock Peterson. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A knee-high sinker. Tough pitch. Strike 1. Nobody out. Runner on first. That's in there. And he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
Well, that was unexpected. You're looking for that sinker down. He throws a fastball up. Now he's just changed the game.
Oh, wow. What a stop. The throw. Wow. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out. Into the box now. Adam Duvall. A hit in 2 official trips to the plate to this point in the ballgame. Just a tick behind for a strike.
It looks like he just swung right over that sinker right there. What is so hard about a sinker, you have to almost go underneath it and scoop it. You got one of those swings that goes over the top, you're never going to hit him.
Blackman will put this one away, and that's out number 2. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Mitch Moreland, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. Late that time for a strike. 8th inning. 4-1 is our score. Hit hard on the ground to second. LeMahieu's got it, and 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. Raisel Iglesias comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 26, Raisel Iglesias.
And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1.
That's a big pitch right there. Now he's got him 0-1. And he still may not be comfortable. Even 0-1, he's still a pretty good hitter when he's down the count. This is a big pitch right here.
Pitch on the way. And the sinking fastball. Called strike 3, and that's out number 1. Here's Nolan Arenado. He was thrown out at second trying to stretch a base hit into a double in his last at-bat. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. And there's ball 1.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
And that's taken for a called strike 2. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
Now batting.
Digging in and looking for more, Carlos Gonzalez. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th.
Boy, not a good swing there. That was really ugly. Anytime you can make a hitter look like that, you've done something special.
Did it look to you like he was guessing on the pitch?
Oh, certainly it had to be, Matt, but if he was, he obviously wasn't looking for that pitch.
And there's a swing and a miss, so the Rockies find themselves down to their final strike now. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he pitched really well. He wasn't necessarily dominant, but turned in a good, solid effort and definitely was a factor in the win here.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Cincinnati Reds, 4 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Rockies, 1 run on 6 hits. 1 error. They left 4 men on base. The winning pitcher is Homer Bailey. His record is now 1-0. The loss goes to Tyler Checkwood. He falls to 0-1. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 48 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Great American Ballpark. 42,059. The Reds thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely.
MLB Network has baseball from the Emerald State, Safeco Field in Seattle. Tonight, it's the home opener for this new season between the Colorado Rockies and the Seattle Mariners. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Here's Charlie Blackmon now, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Leading off tonight for Colorado, center fielder, number 19.
And we are now underway from Seattle as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball one. And HR, you take a look at these Seattle Mariners entering play here tonight. They come in off to a bit of a slow start with just one win in their first 3 tries.
Well, Matt, I mean, the simple way to put it, they lost their last game. This is where baseball comes the best to me, where all got to have a short-term memory, and you really do. The game's over. You can't do anything about it. You got to come back today and play better and win.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And this is taken for a called third strike as the leadoff man is set down to open up the ball game.
Batting second.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball one. The pitch. Line to the right side. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Now batting, Nolan Arenado. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Here comes the first pitch. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. Oh, and it's off Valencia's glove. And he is out on the tag. Throw won't get him. So striding forward now, Trevor Story. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
Jumped ahead with strike one there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so
now meanwhile this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. And the run scores to give the Rockies an early 1-0 lead. Here's Carlos Gonzalez trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Stopped on the slide by Cano. That's off to that one. Here's Leonis Martin. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Mariners, center fielder, Leonis Martin.
Right down Broadway that time. Strike one. Harold, as we take a look at the Rockies starting play here tonight, they come in a real funk to start the year. Still searching for what's been an elusive first win. And one gone.
Batting second.
Digging in, Gene Segura, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball one. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. The 1-2 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Arenado has to hurry, and he's safe. Here's Robbie Cano now. Man at first for him following the one-out single.
Robinson Cano
from the stretch. And he lays off there 1-0.
Boy, that's a great pitch right there. You're saying to yourself, why? Because you got that base runner on. That's almost like a pitch out. Outside fastball, catcher set up, ready to throw. If you get the call, great. If not, you're set up to throw him out.
3-0 now. Ready with the 3-0 pitch. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Stepping up now, Ian Desmond. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
Designated hitter, Ian Desmond.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. This one's down to third. Taken there by Lowry. Throw to first to be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. So coming to the plate, number 27. And he's ready to take his first cuts. Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
Now a fastball is lifted into the air to shallow center. And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now.
Batting eight.
In is Gerardo Parra. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First pitch of the at-bat. And a check swing here. They'll point down to the third base umpire, but no swing on that one. It's ball one. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Here's a bouncing ball now headed for the shortstop, Segura. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second.
Right fielder, Yoenis.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
He couldn't quite catch up to that one. He needs to get his foot down and see the fastball out of his hand.
And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. 1-2. Here it comes. In the dirt. Did he go around? Yes, he did. And he makes the throw to first. Cespedes is retired, and there's one away. Striding in, Gregory Polanco. He'll get to take his first cuts here. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Parra will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
Third baseman.
So bases are empty here with two gone, and standing in as the third baseman, Jed Lowry. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground, and Arenado will make the catch to retire the side. And here now is Dustin Garneau, and he'll start out their half of the third,
catcher,
top of the order
13,
to follow.
Dustin Garneau.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And that misses. 2-1.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball's coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
Strike two called, and it's even at 2. And this is hit hard to the right side, but foul. All even at 2-2. Here it is. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. Digging in to try it again, Charlie Blackmon. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. Martin comes on now, and he has it one down. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Striding in once again, DJ LeMahieu. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. He's set, and the pitch. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball one.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though. On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
3-0 pitch on its way. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Under it is Martin, and that's out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nolan Arenado. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. Line towards center field. Martin is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. At the plate, Danny Valencia. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
First baseman, Danny Valencia.
Now here it comes. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
Well, he doubled up on that slider, so that tells me he's really feeling it at this point in the game. Good chance we'll see a heavy dose of that slider as this start continues.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Batting 8.
Digging in,
hitter,
Dan Vogelbach.
Dan Vogelbach.
Here's the first pitch to him. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Now here it comes. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. This is line to left. And he's going to make the play over toward his right, and there are 2 away now. Here now is Mike Zunino.
Catcher, Mike Zunino.
Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Blackman is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, Trevor Story. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Trevor Story.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a fastball just a bit up. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Well, clearly he's not sitting changeup with that swing. I like the early changeup. Now it sets up your fastball.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Cespedes is going back. Gone to lead off the inning. Ready for another chance. Carlos Gonzalez comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Gonzalez.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Segura has it. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
The batter.
Digging in,
hitter,
Ian Desmond. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. On the ground up the middle. And that's just past the grasp of Cano into center, a base hit. Now to the plate, number
batting,
27. He's 0 for 1 thus far. From the stretch. In the dirt here. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Line down the left field line. But this will be foul. Runners on first with 1 down. Runners going. And this is fouled straight back. Back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. Now at the plate, Gerardo Parra. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Martin is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. And he will make it back to second and be content with holding on there.
The catcher, number 13.
So digging in now, Dustin Garneau. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Segura fields it cleanly. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Into the box, Leonis Martin. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Leonis Martin.
Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Well, they have been really aggressive swinging early in the count, early in this game, and that's twofold. You're either not going to get a high pitch count from the pitcher, which could go against you, or you're going to knock him out. We're coming right after you and being aggressive. Right now, I think they're just being aggressive.
That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. So it's a base knock to lead off their half of the 4th. Gene Segura standing
the
in.
batter, number 2, shortstop, Gene Segura.
Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Martin rounds the corner and is headed home. But no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third. Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, Parra. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And they are on the board as the run scores from third to cut the lead to 2-1 now. Digging in now, Yoenis Cespedes. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
You know, I doubt he wanted to get that tight with the fastball there, but hey, this is a guy you certainly don't want to let him get his arms extended. He's the kind of guy that can hurt.
Catch made in straightaway center as the runner tags from second. Segura rounds third and is digging for the plate, but no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third. So stepping in, Gregory Polanco, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. And no swing apparently, ball 1. Has a look, now the pitch. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. The 2-1 on its way. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane of the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning.
Now at the plate, Charlie Blackmon. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
Center fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's Cano now at second. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Digging in once again, DJ LeMahieu. He singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Into the windup and the pitch. This is on the ground over to first. A dive, and he knocks it down. On the recovery throw is in time to get the out at first. What a heads-up play. Ready for another shot now. Nolan Arenado. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Nolan Arenado.
First delivery to him on the way. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Well, Matt, that's 2 quick outs, but if you look at the pitch count, it's way down low. He's being aggressive, and so are they. He's got a chance to get through this one.
And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with the fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
Hit softly on the ground to third. Taken there by Lowry. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Here's Jed Lowry now. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Third baseman.
Here's the first pitch to him. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 5th. And the next batter will be Mike Freeman. First at bat of the game for him here in the 5th, as he was a late entrant into this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. LeMahieu's got it. 1 there. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step. Stepping into the box, Dan Vogelbach comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
I really love the way he's attacking hitters on that first pitch. It's over 80% first pitch strikes in this game, and that's why he's having such great success.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. A swing and a miss at a ball down. Now a ball hit high down the left field line, but back in amongst the spectators. Foul. Another 2-2 offering. And that changeup didn't tempt anybody and misses for ball 3. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. Here now is Mike Zunino. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
He threw that ball right by him. When you got a guy throwing that hard, you got to really just think about using your hands and just spread out and let your hands fly. They're going to be quicker than your bat is going to get to the ball.
And he will be tagged out at the plate. So it remains a 1-run deficit here as the side is retired. Digging in to try it again, Trevor Story. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
Trevor Story.
Into the windup and the pitch. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
Well, that was a pretty good swing right there. Tough changeup. Back-to-back changeups, he fouls it off. Now you get the pitch you want, because I can't see him throwing another changeup right here.
He went deep earlier, so that might have been a little bit of a message they were trying to send to get him off the plate. At the very least, they're clearly trying to get him from getting his arms extended again. Hey, that's a good job right there. Very rarely see pitchers double up where they go a pitch inside. Normally, they'll go back outside, but he followed that up with another pitch on the inside part of the plate.
Heading out towards shallow right. Cespedes is there. 1 out. Here's Carlos Gonzalez. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Polanco has a read on it. And that's the second out of the inning. Digging in and looking for more, Ian Desmond. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. And that misses, ball 1.
2 runs, 6 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. Swing and a miss, 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss, as that looked like self-defense there. It's 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
It's a fine line from working down in the zone on 2-2 and bouncing one in there that basically stands no chance at getting swung at. Right there, he basically spiked that one right into the dirt, and now he has to find the zone on a 3-2 pitch.
And this one misses inside a ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Now batting.
Striding in once again, number 27. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch fastball swung on and missed, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. 0-2, here it comes. Runner goes for second. Skied into straightaway right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Here's Leonis Martin, a hit in 2 tries so far.
Center fielder, Leonis Martin.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. This is line to left, but this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out, number 1.
Now batting.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Gene Segura. He doubled earlier and carries a 2 for 2 line into this appearance. Hit sharply on the ground, and that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit. Here's Robbie Cano now. He hit a sac fly earlier.
Robinson Cano.
He's running towards second. Lifted the other way out to left center. After it is Blackman. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the 2nd out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame.
Yoenis Cespedes.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that's through for a hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away. Ready for another shot now. Gregory Polanco. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. And that Colorado bullpen comes to life now with a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. First delivery to him on the way. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Man, the Mariners have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game long. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
Throw on to first to be in time, and the Mariner rally gets turned away as the inning is over. Welcome back to Safeco Field here in Seattle. Rockies out on top in this one as we head to the 7th. But before we get started, let's get a look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball.
The left fielder, number 8, Gerardo
into the windup
Parra.
and the pitch. Gerardo Parra is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Well, Matt, we talk about first pitch strike, right? Look, it's not great what he's been doing, but he's over 60% of the time. First pitch is going to be a strike. That's a nice little nugget to have if you're the starting pitcher.
Under this one is Polanco, and he's got it for the first out.
Dustin
And here now is
Garneau.
Dustin Garneau. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Martin is under it. But it's the right fielder that gets there to make the catch. And there are 2 gone now.
Now batting.
Here's
Center
Charlie
fielder.
Blackman now.
Charlie
No hits in 3
Blackman.
tries so far. He's struck out once. Hit hard down the left field line. But this will be foul. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Now a swing and a third straight fly ball here should get him out of the inning. 1-2-3. And that'll get down for a base hit. Ready for another chance? DJ LeMahieu. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Nick Vincent takes over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
Number 50, Nick Vincent. This change for the Mariners. Now playing first base, number 6, Mike Freeman.
And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. First offering on its way. And there he goes towards second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1 for Blackmon at stolen base number 1 on the young season. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike. The 1-2 pitch lays off. 2-2 now.
That's some good hitting right there. Great eyes. I mean, to recognize that and lay off it right now, that was nice.
Line to the right side. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over.
The traditional 7th inning stretch.
Digging in once again, Jed Lowry. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Third baseman, Jed Lowry.
And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will land untouched. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Here it comes. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
Well, he's pitching really good in this game, and the fastball location has been the key. That pitch right there is indicative of the game. Down low, hits a spot. That's what he's been doing with the fastball basically the whole game.
Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Gonzalez. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
The batter.
And the next batter will be Mike Freeman. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line drive to left. Parra is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting.
Digging in, Dan Vogelbach. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. At the plate, Nolan Arenado. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
Baseman, Nolan Arenado.
A high fastball is in there.
Well, you got that first pitch, got him looking right there. With a star hitter like this guy, it is always good to get ahead in the count.
Hit on the ground out to short. Played on the backhand. And a nice save on that ball in the dirt as well as they get him at first on a super play from deep in the hole. And that brings in the power hitting shortstop Trevor Story. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. Hits are even at 7 apiece. Up high. 2-1 now. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger.
That was a changeup, so there really wasn't any intent behind it. Looked to me like it just slipped out of his hand a little bit. That'll happen sometimes because of the grip of that straight changeup.
And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single. Here's Carlos Gonzalez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Your attention, please.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter.
Mark Zepchinski.
Well, now the Mariners get some action in the bullpen as a left-hander's begun to get loose. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Cespedes is there. 2 down, and he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Ready once again, Ian Desmond. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Story is on his way home. And a huge insurance run is across to score all the way from first. It's now 3-1.
How about it?
Stepping up now, number 27. It was a fly out for him in his left. First pitch coming. Here it is. Sharp slider that time. Just missed inside. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. 1-2 now.
Well, that was unexpected. You're looking for the sinker down. He throws a fastball up. Now he's just changed the game on you. He's forcing you to look somewhere else.
And that misses 2-2. Hit out towards second. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away. In is Gerardo Parra. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set. Here it comes. Just a tick behind for a strike. Working to keep them in the game here. Ball 1. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. And here's a ball hit in the air. Polanco coming on. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And that'll plate the runner from third, as with that the lead swells to 4-1.
The catcher, number 13.
And here now is Dustin Garneau. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. And this one's in the dirt. And the runners will stay put here on ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Center field. After it is Martin. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mike Zunino. We'll see what he can do leading off the home 8.
Mike Zunino.
Swing and a miss, 0-1.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Pitch on its way now to Zunino. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. 1-2. Here it comes. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
Wow, how about that? He was tempted to make a swing at that pitch right there. That was way out of the zone, but he just kept his hands back enough.
And this is lined hard to deep left. Parra has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1.
Center fielder.
Here's Leonis Martin. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1.
Oh, wow. That's what they call a jam sandwich. Wow. Not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight.
And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
The batter, number 2.
Into the box,
shortstop,
Gene Segura. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
The difference maker in this outing than others is the two-seamer. He's doing whatever he wants to do with that ball. It's moving all over the place.
8th inning. 4-1 is our score. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Charlie Blackmon.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Ball hit out towards Cano at second. Reined in. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. So coming to the plate, DJ LeMahieu.
The batter, number 9.
Comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Steve Cishek enters the game with 1 gone in the top of inning number 9.
Number 31, Steve Cishek.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Smoke toward the hole. And that is going to sneak on through into right. It's a 1-out single. At the plate, Nolan Arenado. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
Arenado.
First delivery to him on the way. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1.
I'll tell you, he just doesn't look comfortable in the box to me tonight. He's been off balance with his swings, and that one completely tied him up.
0-2 count, and the pitch. In the dirt here, and he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Swing and a line drive to left. In there, a base hit. Now at the plate, Trevor Story. It's been a nice game for him. 3 hits, including a homer. Here comes the first pitch. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider.
Hey, this game is getting interesting real quick. And the last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
Sean Burnett takes over now with 2 gone here in the top of inning number 9.
16, Sean Burnett.
Swing and a little tapper. On to first, and the Rockies fail to cash in as that ends the inning. Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. He'll lead things off here as we play the bottom of the 9th.
Robinson Cano.
This is hit high in the air and pretty deep down the left field line. Parra is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the 9th this crowd was hoping for. 1 away. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a knee-high fastball.
I've been so impressed how he's got ahead of hitters. He's been over 80% in the game right now. First pitch strike to hitters. When you do that, you're going to have good success.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Here it comes. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
Here's Gregory Polanco. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
Polanco.
Here's the first pitch to him. Runners on the move for second. Pitch outside. The throw. Runner at second here with one man out. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike two.
Something that stood out to me in this game is the lineup's lack of a solid plan at the plate. Seems like way too many guys are chasing pitches out of the zone and trying to hit pitchers like that one down and away. There's no success in that.
A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number two.
Shed Lowry.
Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Look out over near the on-deck circle as he whistles this one fouled off to the left. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Gloved by LeMahieu. Throw to first here will be in time for the final out, and the Rockies are in the win column for the first time this year as the ball game is over. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was outstanding in this one. I mean, we talked about his dominance throughout the game, and he allowed only one run. So to me, there's no doubt he was the story here.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Rockies: 4 runs, 13 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. For the Mariners, 1 run, 8 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 46 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Safeco.
And welcome to the home of the Buccos since 2001, PNC Park in Pittsburgh. It's the home opener of this new season between the Colorado Rockies and the Pittsburgh Pirates. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Leading off for Colorado, center fielder Charlie Blackmon.
And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a cold strike one. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
He might have been setting him up with that high fastball to change his eye level. Now he's got him set up. Maybe he'll go down the zone.
Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2.
I like the pitch right there. Got him to chase a fastball out of the zone. I'd come back with it again.
So the breaking ball locked him up there. Charlie Blackmon is retired. Tired to lead off the ball game. .53 degrees here at game time as it's cooled off considerably since batting practice this afternoon. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
That looked like he was cheating for that fastball inside right there. Early swing, got out in front of that off-speed pitch. Clearly looking for a fastball.
And he takes strike three called, and it's a pair of punch-outs that begin the ball game.
Carlos Gonzalez.
Into the windup and the pitch. Carlos Gonzalez is in with two away as he takes a ball 1-0.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
And this is fouled at the plate. Now here it comes. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
You know, I think that off-speed pitch fooled him a little bit, but not enough. He was able to hold back.
Breaking ball misses here, and he falls behind now to 3-1.
This is a good at-bat so far here with two away. If you're going to go down 1-2-3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
Trumbo has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Here's Gerard Dyson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Pirates, center fielder Gerard Dyson.
Changeup too low, and it's 1-0. Harold, as we take a look at the Rockies starting play here tonight, they come into this one in good spirits, fresh off their first victory of the new campaign last time out.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
Just a tick behind for a strike. And the pitch on 2-1. Almost got him to go around, but instead it's ball 3.
Having a little trouble finding the zone to start the night. It's always deflating to walk the leadoff guy in the game, so we'll see if he can initiate some contact here.
Lifted the other way to left center. After it is Blackman. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Josh Bell the next to hit.
First baseman, Josh Bell.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Here it comes on 1-1. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Slapped hard the opposite way. Gonzalez is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Batting third.
Here's Brian Dozier now. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Gonzalez has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So striding forward now, Nolan Arenado. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Nolan Arenado.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1.
Didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with that running action on that 2-seam fastball.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Dozier has it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. And that brings in the power hitting shortstop Trevor Story. Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul. The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
On to first, and there were 2 down. Now to the plate, Gerardo Parra. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a little blooper to center. Dyson moving in. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Ready now, Mark Trumbo. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Left fielder, Mark Trumbo.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. Blackman on the move. But it's the right fielder that gets there to make the catch. And there's 1 away now.
Right
Here's
fielder,
Nelson Cruz now.
Nelson Cruz.
First offering on its way. You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one. Cruz awaits the 1-0. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Squared that one up just a little late. Bottom of the second here with no score. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
High in the air out to center field. Blackman is under it. Makes the play, and there are two gone now. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. He'll try to make something happen with two gone in the bottom of the second.
d'Arnaud.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And the Pirates are into the hit column for the first time this year. And that'll bring up the versatile Jung Ho Gung. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and two away. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
Wow, fastball up and in. I'm not sure it was intended to be that far up and that far in, but message sent, beware.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. 7-8-9, bottom of the order, set to go here in the third.
DJ LeMahieu.
First pitch on its way. A dangerous changeup left high, but called for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. Gung's got it. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting eighth.
And here now is Dustin Garneau.
Dustin Garneau.
First pitch of the at-bat. Freeze with it over at third. Oh, and this is off the glove of Freeze. And he will recover in time to get it over to first. Nicely done there as they record the second out. Stepping into the box, Tyler Anderson. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. First pitch curveball swung on and missed. Strike one.
That's a bad approach right there. Look, you may get that pitch later in the at-bat. If you're going to take a swing first pitch, it's got to be a ball you can drive. And that was not the pitch.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. Here's David Freese to stand in. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Third baseman.
Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but that'll be off the right field wall. The pitcher, Alex Cobb, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here. Looking to bunt here, but he can't connect, and that's the first strike.
Well, Matt, I expect him to square around at least one more time. Most pitchers here in this situation, they will bunt with 2 strikes if they need to.
Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball 1. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. Now a snap move over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. And he can't get the bunt down here, so it goes to 2-2. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. Ready for another chance? Gerard Dyson, 0 for 1 here in the early going. First offering on its way. On the ground up the middle. Step on the bag for 1. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Josh Bell. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Lifted in the air out to right. On the move is Gonzalez. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Striding in once again, Charlie Blackmon. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Center fielder, Charlie.
Here comes the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2. Hit in the air to center field. Dyson's there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. At the plate, David Dahl comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Here's Carlos Gonzalez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Carlos Gonzalez.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here it comes. Tapped out in front of home. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
The batter.
Here's Nolan. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
I really love the way he's attacking hitters on that first pitch. It's over 80% first pitch strikes in this game. And that's why he's having such great success.
Here's ball 1 now to the Rockies' third baseman. It's 1-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Cruz has a beat on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Digging in to try it again, Brian Dozier. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Number 2.
Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
If you're able to locate your fastball like that, you're going to have a good game. I'm not surprised to look up and say he's having a good game right now because he's been spotting that fastball pretty good most of the game.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. And this one's up around the eyes. 2-1. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In the dirt. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count. He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
Now batting, Nelson Cruz, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. He's set. Here it comes. And a changeup that time. Swing and a ball sent high and deep. This one is gone. A home run. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up.
Travis d'Arnaud.
This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. 3 runs already home here. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Now here's the pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. And that'll bring up the versatile Jung Ho Kang. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And that's going to land foul. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. Here's the pitch. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4. So stepping in, David Freese, a base hit in his first trip. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. In the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable. Wow, how about that? He was tempted to make a swing at that pitch right there. That was way out of the zone, but he just kept his hands back enough. I think it's a real possibility that they put that runner in first in motion. That would help them stay out of that double play that would end the inning, but that's also kind of risky at the same time.
Alex.
Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. And this one's inside and high. 1-2 now. Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. And that brings in the power hitting shortstop, Trevor Story. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Trevor Story.
Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup that has him all kinds of goofed up at the plate.
Man, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
Take something off, but it's 1-2 now.
That was a good changeup right there. It just missed. But even better take for him to lay off it because it had the great movement, and he laid off it even with 2 strikes.
A swing and a high drive to right center field. Cruz racing back. Gone to lead off the inning. In now, Gerardo Parra comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch on its way. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
Man, he's flirting with danger. He gave up a home run on that very same pitch, and this time he comes right back with it in another dangerous location. He better be careful.
Dyson's there. 1 out. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. Now a swing and another fly ball here as things are getting busy out there in Central. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The catcher, number 13.
So coming to the plate, Dustin Garneau. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Dyson moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Ready for another shot now, Gerard Dyson. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th.
Center fielder, Gerard Dyson.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1. And there's ball 1. Takes a knee-high fastball. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Josh Bell the next to hit. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Well, he swung right through that on that changeup. The changeup is a tough pitch to swing at for the first pitch because you haven't measured his velocity yet, so you don't know what you're going to see coming your direction.
And that one cut a little too much. A ball and a strike. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far. And the throw in gets away from him. Here's Brian Dozier now. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. Carlos Estevez is going to take over here in inning number 5, so it'll be a bullpen game from here on out.
Carlos Estevez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. 5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. And that's in there for his strike 1-1. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
Well, that was a good changeup right there. You see how he swung through that ball? Man, he's got him thinking now because that was clearly an indication he was looking fastball and got fooled.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Brian Dozier becomes the second out in the bottom of the 5th. To third. Gloved by Arenado. Over to LeMahieu covering at the bag, and that ends the inning. Striding into the box, Carlos Estevez. He's getting his first plate appearance of the game here in the 6th. Alexi Amarista will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Alexi Amarista.
And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. And a good effort as he's able to gather it in and make the play for the first out.
Now batting.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Into the windup and the pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses. A drive that's got a chance, and that ball is gone to tie it. These guys don't want to go away. This game is all knotted up. And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Here it comes. 1-0. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance, and that'll stay in the park as it's off the center field wall. The relay, and he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double. Here's Cargo, Carlos Gonzalez. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. Dahl is on his way home, and that's going to break our tie as the runner scores from second to make it a 4-3 ball game.
The batter, number 20.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A swinging bunt to the mound. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Digging in and looking for more, Trevor Story. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. And this one's in the dirt. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
Well, that's pretty much a no-brainer right there. If a guy misses that bad on a curveball, you've got to throw him another one. That was better recognition there.
Hit hard to short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Chad Qualls will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Chad Qualls.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Nelson Cruz. He'll
Right fielder, Nelson Cruz.
And that Colorado bullpen comes to life now with a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
That's a big pitch right there. Now he's got him 0-1. And he still may not be comfortable. Even 0-1, he's still a pretty good hitter when he's down the count. This is a big pitch right here. Boy, I like the pitch idea. It looked like he tried to get him to chase right there, make him think that ball's over the plate and it runs away. But he laid off it. I don't know how, but he did.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. Ready for another chance? Travis d'Arnaud. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Stephen Vogt will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one guy. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. 4-3 our score here as we play inning number 6. And he is cruising now. It's 0-2.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
Throw in time at first for out number 2. Ready for another shot now. Jung Ho Kang. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that'll get down for a 2-out single. So that knock keeps the bottom of the 6th inning hot. Here's David Freese to stand in. It was a walk in his last trip.
David Freese.
First offering on its way. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Parra going back on it to the track. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Back here in Pittsburgh, Rockies out on top in this one as we head to the 7th. But before we get started, let's get a look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Digging in to try it again, Gerardo Parra. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
The left fielder, number 8.
First pitch coming. Here it is. To first. The tag, and he is out. Striding in once again, DJ LeMahieu. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. We're in the 7th inning now of a 4-3 ball game. In there, 1-1.
1-1.
Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2. And that misses 2-2. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Coming over now is Cruz, but this will be nowhere near him. It's a foul ball.
I like that. Show him the curveball and then try to sneak that low 90s fastball by him. It's going to look faster coming off those breaking pitches.
And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th. And here now is Dustin Garneau. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
Matt, he's throwing a lot of strikes. Very impressive, right? We just saw swing and miss. But he may be even more effective if every now and then he throws a ball that's out of the zone because they know he's in the zone.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side.
It's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Ready once again, Alex Cobb. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
Alex.
Jordy Mercer will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 10, Jordy Mercer.
This one's blooped out toward right center field. LeMahieu ranging into the outfield. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Here's Gerard Dyson. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. From the stretch. And that one stayed too low apparently. The 1-0 delivery. Hit to first. Dahl fields it cleanly, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Josh Bell the next to hit. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ball sets. Here's the first pitch. Line towards center field. And he'll pull this one down a step or 2 in front of the warning track, and the inning is over. Garcia is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
45, a defensive change for the Pirates. Now catching, number 22, Stephen.
At the plate, Chad Qualls. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago.
The pitcher,
Kelly Johnson is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Kelly Johnson.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Dyson's there. And that's the first out of the inning. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. There was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Trumbo giving chase. But it's over his head, and it hops the wall for a ground rule double.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, David Dahl. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. Oh, missed that one by a mile. It's 0-1. For Blackmon, he's at second with his first 2-bagger of the year. Here comes the 0-1. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
And he is out on the tag. Digging in once again,
right fielder,
Carlos
number 5.
Gonzalez. He singled his last time up. Working to keep them in the game here. And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike one. Comes set and the 0-1. And the changeup is way low that time. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. 4-3 our score here as we play the 8th. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Dyson's there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Holland enters from the pen to start the 8th, and it's quite possible they'll ask him to pitch 2 full innings to close this out. Striding in, Brian Dozier. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far.
Second baseman, Brian Dozier.
And a feeble swing that time. It's 0-1.
Now that's what a slider's supposed to look like. Great execution. Starts off the plate and makes him reach.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
That's a great check swing. It's tough to hold up on that pitch. It looks like a fastball, and the slider just breaks away from it. He's held up, though. Strong hands.
Down by a run, your guy needs to get on any way he can. His mentality has to be to shrink this strike zone to like the size of a soup can. No reason to swing at a pitcher's pitch.
Left fielder.
Here's Mark Trumbo now. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. He's set and the pitch. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And no, he lost track of it and it falls. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Gonzalez looks up. Gone! And that 2-run home run delivers an 8th inning lead.
The right fielder, number 23.
Here's Nelson Cruz now.
Nelson
He's working
Cruz.
on a 1 for 3 thus far. Yanked on the ground down the line. And that finds its way through for a base hit. The throw into second. The tag, and he is out at second.
Up next
Now at
for
the plate,
Pittsburgh.
Stephen Vogt
Catcher.
comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Pitch on the way. Down the first baseline. And this will be a foul ball as the first baseman makes a Herculean effort to make the stop. Easy there, Cha-Cha. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. Here's the 1-1. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And a swing and a miss as that looked like self-defense there. It's 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And a neck-high fastball that time.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
Oh, and he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball 4. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Blackman ranging back. He gets there, and that's the second out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Coming to the plate now, David Freese. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike 1. Has a look, now the pitch. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Boy, man, I tell you, that looked like a good pitch right there. That looked like that pitch was in the zone. He just missed it.
Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone, 1-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Sent out to straightaway center field. Blackman's after it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Here's Nolan Arenado. He'll be charged with trying to get on board, leading off the ninth. Daniel Hudson comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Pirates, number 41, Daniel Hudson.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0.
Well, he's got himself in a good count right now. Down 1. He's probably looking for something to drive out of the ballpark, maybe tie this game up.
All over the place to start the ninth. It's 3-0 now. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out. So coming to the plate, Trevor Story. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. And that one misses upstairs. 2-0.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
Ball 3. 3-0. And he goes after the 3-0 slider, but missed it. 3-1.
That's the third slider in a row, and I'm going to tell you what, I think he'll probably throw 4 and maybe 5 if he needs it.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Gerardo Parra.
Gerardo Parra comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Great job of getting back in the zone with a hard fastball after the walk. I think he might have let a little frustration out with that pitch.
Freeze in foul ground, and that's the second out of the inning. Digging in, DJ LeMahieu. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Well, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
Stepping up now, Dustin Garneau. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ian Desmond will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 20, Ian Desmond.
Down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Very weakly on the ground. Oh, and that all developed too late to get him at first, and now the bases are loaded here. Into the box now, Holland, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Mark Reynolds will be called on as a pinch hitter here in a big spot. He'll have the bases loaded with 2 out in the inning. looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. And he's in a great spot. Tying run at third with a chance for a ball into the outfield to give his guys the lead.
He put himself in a good position jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Cruz going back. Still going back. Gone! It's a grand slam. Now to the plate, Charlie Blackmon. He's homered and doubled in 4 trips, so he's definitely been a factor. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Matt, I'm telling you, pitchers are stubborn, right? He gives up a home run on that very same pitch, but he came back with it. This time he got it down. He's stubborn. I'm going to come back, I'm going to throw it again, but I'm going to execute it. And he did.
A little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. Trumbo is there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. Jake McGee comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Number 51, Jake McGee. A defensive change for the Rockies.
Ready now, Daniel Hudson. He'll lead things off here as we play. The bottom of the 9th. Phil Gosselin will get up off the bench to lead off the home half of the 9th, and they've certainly got their work cut out for them. Out of play. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes, he did. It's ruled a strike. And the throw will indeed take care of him for the first out. Here's Gerard Dyson, 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. He's set. Here it comes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
Hit back toward the mound. Scooped up on the backhand. And he'll get in there safely. Josh Bell the next to hit. He comes into this appearance in the midst. Action now in that Colorado pen as a southpaw has stood up to throw out there. This is on the ground over to first. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. Stepping into the box, Brian Dozier. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of walks in this one. Here's a shot to right field, and that's going to be in for a base hit. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with one away. Coming to the plate now, Mark Trumbo. He went deep for a 2-run homer in his previous at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
Man, I just think he's pitching scared. Look, he's getting hit a little bit, and now he's falling behind another hitter. Challenge somebody.
And he falls behind now, 2-0. Things going from bad to worse in a hurry now. It's 3-0. Here it comes on 3-0. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
That's a great pitch right there. A fastball low and away right on the knees on the corner. That's why you get a late swing right there. Really impressive.
Oh, and it misses ball 4, and that will force home a run. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Nelson Cruz is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one. Now a right-hander has started to get loose in the Colorado bullpen. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike two. And this is swung on and missed. A huge out there as the bases will stay loaded with two away now.
Catcher, Stephen Vogt.
Stephen Vogt started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Gonzalez is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over. As we wrap this one up tonight, it's time to show our appreciation for the man you see there, Mark Reynolds. Can't ask for much more. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he played a nice game out there, as did some of his teammates, but he seemed to be the biggest difference maker, so he gets the nod in this one.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Rockies: 8 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. They left 2 men on base. For the Pirates, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 42 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at PNC Park, 38,365. The Pirates thank you for attending tonight's game and remind you to please drive home safely.